Hi guys, welcome to another series of Eduloans live sessions. Today we have with us Mr. Nikhilesh, who's the product manager at ICICI Bank. And in the session across for the next 40-45 minutes, we will be going through various bank products and USPs of ICICI Bank. Thank you, Nikhilesh, to be on the show. It's a pleasure to have you. And we are all working from home and we are all tied up and everything. So how has life been with you?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Vaneet and also the complete Eduloans team for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And it's a great opportunity because it's a platform where we can directly interact with the students and maybe the parents also. Yeah, the life is going on post-corona days. It's just going on.
Fair enough, fair enough. So before we start, guys, we would like to understand our audience. So we've got about some people attending. So probably we would want to run a few poll sessions. So I will start first. So if you're for those who are attending through the phone, it will pop up. For those who are attending through the computer, it will be on the right-hand side. Want to know which country are you planning to study abroad to more address the audience?
I think this is the second session that we are doing it in the entire journey of the collaboration with ICICI.
In fact, yeah. So the earlier one we did in about, I think that would be before the lockdown, Jan-Feb. And then we had a live session with on our Instagram platform, and then post which this is our session now. And we will do another round of sessions. In fact, we'll have open house sessions in the month of January, February, for all the lenders across the platform. That's what we're planning to do. Okay. So guys, majority of the people are from the US. In fact, 100% are looking at US loans. So that's the first thing. In terms of,
and since the last session and now there are a lot.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I take the second session to look at, start the poll. So this is with regard to the intake month and year. Okay, so most of them are looking at spring 2021. In fact, 75% looking at spring 2021. Oh, now it's 50-50. Okay, suddenly the fall guys have woken up.
Okay.
So now we will end the poll here. So it's a 50-50 spread. Spring guys at 2021 and fall guys at 2021. So it's about 62-38 to be exact. Okay. Thank you guys for that. Now, Nikhilesh, we all know ICICI Bank. It's one of the biggest lenders in India, one of the leading private banks, and it's been there, and we hear the ICICI Bank, I think, since I was a child. Now, Ismart is comparatively a new product, right? So what is Ismart?
Okay. So the idea of starting an education loan product for ICICI was started on 2018. Okay, so the actual initiation of launching a new product called Ismart, an exclusive education loan product for ICICI, is being done on 5th September 2018. And I'm really happy to share that by today, I can say we have the reach across India. And we have our exclusive education loan relationship managers. Of course, branches are there. Branches are there in each and every gully, I can say, for ICICI. Everyone knows it. Apart from the branches, to exclusively, help the students who want to avail an education loan, we have our exclusive relationship managers as well. Okay. In all the Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, we have our RMs in place. So, so that, even the pre-disbursal or post-disbursal, anything required for the student with respect to the loans, they can help us out. And you can see, of course, the Ismart education loan is mainly aiming at providing the financial support. So the main aim of, launching ICICI to launch this, education loan product is to help the students basically in all the financial needs. It's not just, providing with only education loan. So whatever, they require with respect to the disbursements after the loan, or if they require any, travel charges for that, for the journey to the abroad universities, or lot of things are associated. It is not just an education loan what we are offering. And you can see the numbers, it is hardly, 1.5 year where, we have started, and we have already funded to the students who went up to 30 plus countries, and we have categorized courses, institutes, and also we have funded 1200 plus institutes who have entered into these institutes and courses. So the numbers itself just say how well we have already entered into the market with respect to the education loan. So we are new to the industry, but we are trying our best to help the students, and we are already into the industry, helping maximum students, and we will be for sure in the coming days as well.
Absolutely. Now for a student, okay, like I'm a student who looks to, how is an education loan different from any other loan, and why should one look at an education loan?
Very, very good question. This is very important thing that student needs to understand. So, there are multiple options. If you consider a student, let us say, who wants to do their master's in abroad, okay. In that case, there might be chances that he might be having some, self-funding option as well. He might be having some money, some minimal amount of money that he can use that amount for their higher education. But rather than using that amount for self-funding, we can go with education loan, because there are a lot of benefits. I'm 100% sure that most of students are not want to apply, if they want to go and study abroad. Obviously all the students who have joined this particular session, so they can definitely have the understanding of the benefits. So the first and foremost benefit, Vanith, I would like to highlight here is the tax benefit under section 80E. Maybe few people are aware about this, but most of the students, you need to understand that whenever you are taking any education loan from a bank, a proper bank I'm talking about, okay, so the loan will be giving you a tax benefit as well. I'll explain you in detail. It's very simple. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand that for any education loan purpose, there will be two candidates. The first person will be you, the student or the main applicant, and the second person will be a guarantor or a co-applicant. Will be your father or mother, or any blood relative will be your co-applicant. Okay, so for both the candidates, there will be a tax exemption that will be given if you are taking an education loan. So let us say, for example, with a small example, if you take, let us say a student has taken 20 lakhs of loan. So the complete interest I'm telling you here in this case, in my example, I am talking about 50,000. But if it is 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh or 2 lakh, whatever the interest you have paid for the bank can be, availed as a tax benefit to the income tax department. It is very simple. Our bank will provide you a certificate. Okay, that certificate can be shown to any income tax department while doing the IT filings by your co-applicant or the applicant for getting this tax benefit. This is a wonderful and beautiful benefit that can be provided by only banks. Please note, this can be given by only banks, and NBFCs cannot provide this particular offer. Even Banith can comment on this. This is very important. And
you're absolutely right. So 80 tax benefits are mainly provided by the banks, except maybe one NBFC who is eligible. So it reduces the cost of borrowing. So when you consider loan against property versus education loans are actually lower than standard loan against property loans, right?
Yes. And one more, a very, very important thing. Recently, government has taken a new initiative where TCS, tax at source on remittance. So you need to understand one more point. So I would like to take some time of yours because these are very important terms that you need to understand for your further, education purpose. Okay. Remittance is nothing but transfer of money from a financial institution in India to abroad university. Okay, this is what called the remittance is. So on the remittance, recently government has taken a decision to reduce it to point. There is a tax involved. If at all, if you are transferring, 1 lakh or 2 lakh, however, whatever the amount it may be, so you will incur a tax for transferring the money or remitting the money to the university. Okay. So if you are utilizing your own funds, let us say you have your own funds of 10 lakhs, and if you are transferring the 10 lakhs to the university, you will incur 5% of income tax. Okay. But if you are taking an education loan from a bank, and if you are transferring the same from financial
Nikhilesh, your voice is getting. Is it the internet connection from my side, or is it, or can you hear yourself clearly, Nikhilesh? Yeah, can you hear?
One second, Baneet. 1 second. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Slightly intermittent connection in the middle.
Yes, Baneet, am I audible now? I'm able to hear you.
Yeah. So I think the internet sometimes just can't help it. So you're saying about so the last point of conversation was that in the 80 tax benefit and you were on that particular thing.
Yes. 1 second.
And no, sorry, on the TCS actually. Yeah. After that, we would do tax deducted at source. Audience, am I audible, or whose connection side is weak? Guys, if you're listening out, can you see that I'm audible?
Yeah. So sorry, Baneet, for this. I think now I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible now.
Yeah. Now there will be an uninterrupted internet connection. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have discussed the benefits, tax benefit under Section 80E and TCS on remittance. This is a very new initiative that has been taken by government. If Baneet, you want to add anything on this, this is very, very, very beautiful, feature that a student will get if at all if they are taking education loan from a bank mostly. Okay.
So what is the feature? So can you explain to us, because I guess you might know the internet broke down. So what is the TCS and remittance in terms?
Okay. I'll explain again for everyone's benefit. So it is very simple. Okay. So obviously, if a student is going abroad for doing their master's degree, you need to transfer the money from Indian financial institution to the university. This is obvious, actually. You need to pay the tuition fee to the university, right? So while paying the fee, usually the main cases will be either you will be using your self fund to transfer the money from your bank to the university, and the other option will be you will be going for an education loan, right? So in the first case, if you are transferring the money from your bank, which is already there, to the university, you will incur a 5% of tax. If you're transferring 20 lakhs of amount to the university, calculate 5% on 20 lakhs and you need to pay that amount of money to the government as a tax. Okay. And in the similar lines, if you are taking education loan, what happens is government has taken a decision to reduce that tax. And if you are taking education loan and then you are transferring the money from a bank to the university, then you will incur only 0.5%. just understand the, the disparity. This is a beautiful thing, isn't it, Manit? If you want to comment.
Absolutely. So when they are looking at in terms of your ITRs and those guys who are, excess on ITR. So basically, if you are under the tax bracket, then it becomes okay. But if you have to pay excessive ITR or part of it, it's a huge reduction actually. So people looking at education loan versus applying or going directly, there is a straight 4.5% advantage for a student who looks at education loan.
Yes, true. That's a great impact that will, it will reduce the cost of your funding drastically. Okay. And of course, there are a lot of other benefits as well. I'll just run through the proof of funds. Obviously, most of you are aware that already you might be, hearing about this particular point, proof of funds. Key universities, you need to show the universities that, this amount of money is already there with me, so that the university will believe and allow you to join their university. Right. So the proof of funds also, easily you can get it through an education loan, because if you're taking.
So, this brings me to another question on proof of funds, Nikhilesh. So what countries, use are this ICICI is acceptable as a proof of funds or a sanction letter, and which countries you can apply for visa using ICICI?
So frankly speaking, Manit, actually as ICICI is a big brand, it is acceptable across the globe. Mainly, what I can say, because, ICICI is an accepted and the biggest brand, in India and in abroad as well. We have our offices in Canada, US, European nations, we have our, presence in most of the, popular countries. Okay. So our sanction letter or our proof of fund certificate is absolutely valid for, most of the countries that you people are going to. There might be no hesitation for the students for, in this particular aspect.
Absolutely. So I compared to others, as a bank, you guys enjoy, like, you can show proof of funds for UK. If you require education loan letter for UK, then you don't require 28 days fund money. For Australia, your education loan letter is acceptable. Even for Canada, guys, those who are looking at is acceptable. US, obviously, they accept also NBFCs and other places, but also banks in general. So even New Zealand, for that matter, they accept only banking. So that's the positivity of this entire thing. So, okay, now, Akhilesh, coming to the scenario, what are the eligibility criteria for an education loan from ICICI?
Yes. Good. This is very important thing, because, the student will definitely think about this, because what are the criteria that a particular bank will consider while for providing an education loan. So for ICICI also, these are the generic things that we consider. So mostly we will look into three things or three aspects or three parameters that I can say. The first one is obviously the main applicant, who is the student. So we will look into the student academic profile. So what I meant by the academic profile, which means, the student complete academic record, what are your UG scores and also what are your plus 2 and 10 standard scores. And mainly, very importantly, we look into the scores of the entrance examination like GRE or IELTS that you have given. So we will look into this entrance examination as well. And one of the most important and the complete decision-making point for a loan to be given, and the unsecured loan part and the ROI, everything is mostly dependent upon the university and the course to which you are going to. This particular university and the course will play a key role in the entire loan journey for ICICI. Okay. So, the unsecured loan amount, how much you get, and also the ROI, that how much you will get from ICICI, is mostly dependent upon the institute and the course to which you are going to. Okay. This plays a very important role. And one more thing. So as I mentioned, there will be two parties in a loan, in an education loan. The first party is already done, student, and the second will be the parent's profile or the co-applicant's profile. Okay. This also plays a very, very important role. So, for providing loan, parents act as a co-applicant for the loan, and co-applicant profile and financial eligibility will be evaluated, which means, let us say if your father is a working employee. Okay. So in that case, we will look into the salary slips, last 6 months salary slips of your father, to assess the financial eligibility, whether, he'll be the proper guarantor or not. We will just check by considering the pay slips of your father. And if he's a business person, let us say, we will consider this IT, income tax returns and all that stuff. Okay. And one more thing, if you are going with an unsecured or secure, dependent upon that, we will ask for the collateral as well. Okay. If you are going for an secured loan, definitely collateral comes into picture. Collateral, properties like residential, house, flat, commercial properties can be considered. And even the fixed deposit, the main, very, very important and beautiful thing is ICICI will accept fixed deposit as a collateral, and we will provide loans. And we have some beautiful, initiatives that we have done. Maybe at the end, I will just talk about this, where, in just, in hardly 1 to 2 minutes, you can get a sanction letter.
Wow.
Have that, at the end, maybe, I'll just keep it for a suspense that I will discuss at the end.
Perfect. So that's nice. So, I mean, many advantages. Akhilesh, if you could tell us also with regard to, say, the parents, what is the minimum ITR required in terms of numbers, and how does that work?
So mainly, if you see the salary of a salaried employee, mainly we will consider a minimum cap of 30,000. So 30,000 is the the minimum pay that he needs to get for eligibility criteria. But please don't get disgraced, because even though if the co-applicant is not so strong with respect to the financials, we have some alternate options also that we will consider for providing a loan, like going with an FD or going with a mortgage with another bank. We have some n number of options to fund you people, even though if your co-applicant is not so strong with respect to the financials.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. So Ismart as a product is very student centric, and it's very designed for that particular thing. And obviously, parent and collateral are a secondary parameter. Okay, that's very nice. So in terms of the advantages of going ahead with an ICICI education loan, what would you consider as your advantages?
Yes, of course. The students can see a lot of benefits that are associated. Mainly, compared to the industry standards, we have kept these points because there are a lot of other points that I can keep it here. But, these are the main USPs that I can speak about Ismart product. Main, very, very important thing is a student every time wants an unsecured loan. They don't want to keep any collateral. They want an unsecured loan for the university or the institute to which he is going to. So for that, keeping that particular thing in mind, we are providing unsecured loans of up to rupees 40 lakhs. This is like, very big point for a bank, because you can consider and you can compare with other, private banks or any other, public sector banks as well. It's a very competitive unsecured amount that we are providing, which is of 40 lakhs. But it varies actually. So it is up to rupees 40 lakhs, and it mostly dependent upon the university and the course to which you are going to. So if you are going to the top, because see, our main intention is to encourage the students who have, really done well in their academics as well. Okay. So if he is getting in the top-notch universities, definitely we are absolutely fine and happy to fund him the complete unsecured loan amount of 40 lakhs. Okay. And it varies basically, but we are providing the unsecured loans. Okay. And so loans, we have kept it as a cap for 1 crore, but there are a lot of instances where, student has taken more than 1 crore, 1.9 CR, 2 CR, and even 1.5 CR. These are the common things that we usually get it. So there is no upper cap is what I can say. If the student is eligible and if the financials are also good, then there is no upper cap at all. We can fund up to 1.5, 1.9 and 2 CR as well. Okay. And very importantly, we offer partially secured loans, which means that, some amount of money will be secured and some amount of money will be unsecured. Let us say a student is going to a US university and he wants 50 lakhs of education loan. And as I mentioned, we have a cap for unsecured loan of 40 lakhs. And so if he's coming in the top category university, we can provide the complete unsecured loan of 40 lakhs. And the remaining 10 lakhs, he needs to give us the security. So this type of, both secured and unsecured type of loans are called as partially secured. So we are providing that as well. So the complete, the main aim of us is to satisfy the student with the financials that he requires for their education. Okay. And
getting a call, right? Quite a, or am I getting a call? Where is the ringing coming from your side or my side?
I don't think so from my side. No.
Okay, that's strange, huh? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I switched off all my connections. Okay, I think now it's gone. So
Yes.
Fair enough. In terms of that's nice to hear. In terms of the connection, now what about ICICI? Does it cover the entire loan in terms of entire things for education, so living, travel, etc.? Does that is cover all of that, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Very important thing, because students will only aim at the university fees. Apart from that, there are a lot of other things that you need to consider, because if you are going to a country like UK, I'm telling you, because my brother is already staying there and he's paying almost 40,000 rupees a month to stay in a proper place. So, the living expenses also plays a very, very important role in your stay, because if that is proper, obviously you can concentrate more on your studies, right? So for, keeping all these things in mind, ICICI is providing the complete, the complete financial assistance is what I can say. It's not just the tuition fee. We provide living expenses, either you are staying on campus or off campus, and even the travel expenses. If you are going to UK, US, Canada, Australia, whatever the country it may be, we bear the travel expenses as well. And also anything related to education. If you want to buy a laptop, or if you want to buy anything, which is related to education, we are very happy to help you out, or, in providing the financial assistance. So the complete financials can be taken over by ICICI. So you don't worry, you just fly off, have a great master's degree.
Another thing which we want to end, which is a very pertinent topic right now, is that during COVID-19, a lot of universities have stopped or have made exemption for GRE or GMAT thing. They're only relying on university admit. So, if applying for an ICICI Bank loan, looking at that university. So if the university is listed in your list of universities, so can you take us through, I want to understand how are you listing the universities? What are the criteria? What is the rate of interest for the audience in terms, because that is, I guess, beautiful thing by ICICI Bank, in which, like you said, we give unsecured loan. That's our main USP, right? As a bank, not many banks give it. In fact, maybe one other bank is your competitor in terms of giving unsecured loan. Rest, nobody is there, in fact. So, taking you through the idea of some loans, and we have one student who said about with regard to Northeastern University. I think Northeastern is in the list. I don't know which one, A1, A2, whichever one, but definitely she can avail the loan. So if you can take us the logic on that, and how, what kind of loan and interest rate can happen.
This is very, very important. In the initial days also, when we started, the planning of providing education loan to the students, we are thinking on the multiple aspects, but later we thought the university and the course will definitely play a key role in the entire journey, is what we understand. And we created a list of universities, both domestic and international, mainly international also. We have created a list, and we have segregated this list into mainly 4 categories, is what I can say. Okay. So all the top-notch universities, I'll give you an example, like an Oxford University and Harvard Business School or Stanford Business School. All these are the top master MBA colleges in US, and all these, there are a set of colleges which are categorized under the top category, which is, we term it as a A, B, C, D, or A1, A2, A3, A4. So this is the top category. There are a list of universities which are categorized under the top one, okay, or a A1, let us say, okay. And for this set of colleges, obviously the students might have already kept a lot of efforts to get into these colleges, and this is absolutely true. And considering all these efforts the students have already kept to enter into these top universities, we are providing, to encourage him, we are providing the complete unsecured loan of 40 lakhs, okay, for these A1 category universities, okay. So a 40 lakhs of unsecured loan he can get, and a very competitive interest rate of 10.5 is available for him, okay. Wow. So unsecured loan of 40 lakhs, and the interest rates are also very competitive with respect to this A1 category. In the similar lines, we have categorized some more colleges into A2 and A3 and A4. So A1 being the top, A2 being good colleges, A3 being so okay colleges and A4 being not so popular colleges. We can't say that they are not, in the list, but they're also good colleges, but A4 being not so popular colleges. So these are the categorization that what we have done. And depending upon the category of the institute to which you are going to, you will be eligible for the certain amount of unsecured amount. If it is A1, I can promise you a 40 lakhs of unsecured amount. And if it is A2, I can promise you 20 lakhs of unsecured amount. And if it is A3, I can promise you 7.5 lakh. And A4 also, I can promise you 7.5 lakh of unsecured amount. Okay. So, and, by depending upon the university and the course, it will vary unsecured and also the rate of interest. So if you want to know exactly what is for your scenario, you can get in touch with the Eduloans team. Eduloans team will again get in touch with ICICI, and they will give you a clear-cut structure of the costing parameters like ROI, unsecured loan amount, and the loan amount that you are getting. Okay, so Eduloans team will definitely help you in clearly understanding what actually you will get with respect to the unsecured.
Yeah, so we keep ourselves updated, I would say, and thanks to you and your team, we get the list of universities and we can guide the student accordingly. And in fact, Nikhilesh, I would say among all the parameters of all the banks, etc., I think this is a very practical and unique thing, because most of the banks, they have a very flat rate for, secured or unsecured, irrespective of the student profile. So this is one thing which is, I would say, an ICICI special and a unique thing which you guys have done. And obviously people are looking at the benefits in terms of, the A1, A2, A3 categories. So Vaishnavi, we will come back. You can reach out to us and we'll come back to you whether Northeastern University is A1, A2, A3. I don't have that information on hand, but a non-collateral loan of 25.7 lakhs is definitely possible at ICICI. Okay. Now, sir, now that we are all excited about ICICI Bank and how it helps us and what we are looking at, can you take us through what is the application process? So how do you go about, reaching out to ICICI? First, let me tell you how to reach out to Eduloans, and then we will connect you with the respective people, and then how the process functions are.
Right. As Mr. Baneet already rightly mentioned, so if you have any requirement for education loan, you can definitely get in touch with Eduloans team. Then our Eduloans team will direct you people to ICICI. Okay. Actually, if once you have reached the ICICI point, then I will just tell you the journey, how we have designed it, because this is very important as there are two scenarios, pre-COVID and post-COVID. Pre-COVID, the scenario is completely different, as you people are free to come to any of our branch, or you are free to meet any of our education loan relationship managers or Eduloan relationship managers as well. But now the scenario is completely different. So as per the new scenario, as per the new guidelines that have been given by the government, we have also changed the complete the journey, application journey as well. So maybe I will just put some points on that. If you see the the recent online journey what we have initiated, this is a beautiful journey, because till the sanction stage, it is not required for you people to get in touch with any of our RMs, or it is not required for you to get into any of our branches also. It is very simple. Wow. Yes, so it's like an online journey till the sanction stage. Till the sanction stage, we can assure you that it's an online journey. But at the end, disbursement, you need to submit your hard copy documents. I'll just run through the beautiful pictures that we can see over here. So if you get in touch with the Eduloans team will direct you to the region specific relationship manager of ICICI. Okay. And then ICICI RM will will give you a call back, and then what he will do is he will just send you an editable application form. It's just an online PDF editable application form, and he will also give you a checklist of documents that are required. So it is so simple that you need to just fill that entire editable application form, and you need to send the soft copy documents of the entire checklist that our relationship manager is asking for. You just drop an email to our RM. That's it. Your loan processing will start. And if you are eligible and if you are, financially strong enough, because we will be having a separate team who will be assessing the case. Okay, so that team will, assess the complete case, and if they are feeling good to go ahead, then immediately they will share you a QR code link to pay the processing fee amount. Okay, so if they share the link, you need to pay the processing fee, and immediately that's it, you will get a sanction letter. So in the entire journey till this particular stage, it is not required for you to meet any of our RM, or it is not required for you to go to any of our branch. It is so simple as that. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing, and obviously that's, yes, please Vanit, comment.
I just want to ask you on like one query which keep come. I mean, as we are guiding students, which keeps coming to us in terms of say education loan, is that once the processing fees is paid, the basically the document for a collateral loan, for example, not for a non-collateral, that's immaterial, but the property verification, legal verification is all done before the sanction in terms, or after the sanction letter, the property valuation, etc. is done?
So it's before sanction itself, we will have a proper check of this entire collateral things, and then we will give a final sanction for the student.
That's excellent. In fact, you guys are doing it, I would say, a better way than giving a sanction letter, collecting the process fee, and then trying to legal verification and property valuation. Because if the loan doesn't go through, oh God, he is sitting on our head. I can tell you that.
Because there might be a problem in the legal and technical verification. If some problem comes, then the entire processing fee needs to be refunded, and there is a hectic process that is involved. So keeping all these things in mind, we give priority to this. And
perfect. You can continue. So once the sanction letter is submitted, then how does it work? How do you get ahead?
If once the sanction letter is submitted, that sanction letter can be utilized to any of the, you can show it to n number of universities that you want to join. And so to increase the chances of getting admission in any of the university, the sanction letter plays a very key role in the entire journey. So you need to understand this particular point, and if you got the admission, that's it. You need to just submit the hard copy documents at the end of the journey. If once you submit the hard copy documents to our team, that's it. We are the disbursement, the transfer of money from ICICI Bank to the university will happen. Enjoy your travel, and you can have a great education in the university that you are planning to. So till the sanction is
straightforward, and I really liked for the audience out there. I think ICICI Bank has been very progressive in terms of COVID-19 situation. So it's been excellent, and these things have happened. We've had students across who are sitting in Jamnagar and Jabalpur and I don't know where, who have gone to their hometown or villages, etc. And they were looking, and our team, along with working with ICICI Bank, has managed to get the loans through. So that's how it's been in terms of good things. Now another thing which in terms of look at the Insta education loan, I guess, sir, you have already discussed it a bit with regard to COVID-19 and how fast or how quickly can the loan be done?
Yes, I'm really excited to present you this Insta education loan offer, because the entire team worked really hard in starting this particular Insta offer, and it is just a one of a kind in the industry. It is as simple as that. If you have an FD in ICICI Bank, if in case if you have an FD in ICICI Bank, that's it. You just forget about education loan, because in hardly 2 to 3 minutes you will get a sanction letter. It is that easy. We have designed a process in such a way that all these customers of ICICI, it is mainly to the customers of ICICI. If you have an FD with us, that's it. You can apply in your internet banking page. In hardly 2 to 3 minutes, you need to just enter the basic details, which university you are going to and what is the loan amount that you require. And that's it. You need to pay the processing fee. Immediately, you will get a sanction letter in your mail ID. That's it. It is as simple as that. It hardly takes 2 to 3 minutes. And yes,
we will do an API integration on that. So all the details you do will be from our right. So get instant letter. In fact, I will be discussing that post the session itself. We have done API integration with other banks / NBFCs, wherein the student fills up the basic details. He says get offer now. He clicks the button, offer appears. Exactly what you want. So it goes back, hits your systems, comes back to us within a minute, and he gets the offer, and then he starts his process. So that's how beautiful it is.
Yes. And this particular thing, we got a huge response from the customers because they are very, very happy. As you know, the entire journey till the sanction stage is also very painful with other banks. So if you have an FD, that's it. There is no other option. ICICI will give you a sanction letter in 2 to 3 minutes. And we have done a beautiful campaign, which is getting telecasted in IPL and YouTube FD. You can just check out of the new ad that we have created. It's a very funny and beautiful ad, Banit.
Oh wow, that's nice. That's nice. Nikhil, we have a couple of questions here, which we would like to taken forward.
Yes.
So, does ICICI Bank fund for MBBS abroad? Like currently, I think a lot of students, just the NEET exam has come out, and we have had inquiries coming in for MBBS, so which could be China, Russia, Philippines, or maybe Europe in general, or countries like those. So does that the ICICI Bank fund them?
So mainly, if you talk about the courses, what we are focusing on, it is called a STEM. Technology, sciences, technology, MBBS, and mainly these type of courses. But MBBS is also there. If it is domestic, yes, we are 100% sure that we are able to fund. But if MBBS in some specific countries, we have some restrictions, but this is on a case-to-case basis. We are not saying that we don't fund for MBBS for any specific country. It is purely case-to-case basis. If the student is eligible for taking the loan, and if we feel that the customer is really credit worthy in repaying the loan, definitely we are okay to fund. So what I can answer is, Banit, this is completely on a case-to-case basis. We can't say that we won't fund MBBS, or we can't say that we are 100%, we are okay to, MBBS, funding MBBS to the countries like China, Russia, and all that stuff. On a case-to-case basis, we will take the decision, is what I can say.
Basically, maybe higher, but we can definitely give you cases, and if the parents' income is good and the NEET score is pretty good, you can take.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing, sir, we want to ask you is additional co-applicants. So, for example, if certain criteria, the parent is retired or the parent has only rental income, and you may not consider that income as the income in terms. So, what additional co-applicant can the child take for his visa? That's one of the questions.
So yeah, that's what in a recent policy change, what we have done is we have just given a complete free hand to the student to take any co-applicant. Either he might be a guardian, or he might be any blood relative, a sister or a brother, or any paternal uncle or paternal aunt, any of his family members or his or her family members can be a co-applicant. So this is a small policy change that we have done very recently, just to encourage the student for this particular thing, because there are a lot of cases where we encountered this particular thing. The co-applicant is not so financially strong, and they want someone else from their family members itself to be a co-applicant. So to avoid that, and to help the students, we have done some policy changes, and now the student has a free hand. He can just bring any of his family members as a co-applicant, and we will.
Wow. So that's in fact positivity. I mean, we didn't. Okay, I personally would not have. I'm sorry, updated on that change, but that is lovely to hear. And I guess my team, etc., who's listening, as well as the students who are listening, about 40 odd of them. So those are all you can hear. So it's not necessary your parents need to be there. Another question which we have is any additional charges apart from PF?
Okay. So apart from processing fee, obviously we charge a very minimal amount for which is called as the CIBIL charges. Okay. And apart from that, if you are going for a secured loan, there is an amount, there is a involvement of legal and technical charges that what we charge. Okay. It is almost 5K for your loan. Okay. 5K plus GST is what we charge as a legal and technical charges. So apart from this, that's it. The processing fee of 1% and this legal and technical charges and the CIBIL charges. Apart from this, no big charges are charged. If you are going ahead with the insurance as well, we charge a premium of 1% on the sanction amount, on the loan amount basically. That's it. These are the costs mostly that a student will incur during his journey. If he's not going with that secured amount, the legal and technical charges will also be not there.
Perfect. There's a question, I guess. This we already addressed, but I just want to reiterate for the public. So, in case of a collateral loan, ICICI Bank to property valuation and legal friction done after collecting the processing fee, which can create a problem if parents are unable to provide all the documents. So, in case, I think we have had a case like that wherein I think the processing fee, etc. But in the sanction, if they cannot provide all the documents, which is there, then how do we go about with ICICI Bank?
So can you please repeat the question, Baneet? I exactly didn't get the gist of this.
So basically, when the student, I think the student referred here may have a sanction letter in which you have to provide a list of documents required.
Right. Okay.
Now, some part of this document original might not be available to the student, by the student. So yes. How do we mitigate this and how does the student go about it? I mean, it is a very specific question. If you would want, I can probably ask the student to get in touch with you or your team directly.
Yes, of course. Actually, it is more specific on a case-to-case basis. Maybe they can get in touch with our team, and definitely our credit team will help us, in getting that.
So there's another thing is loan against FD. Is the margin money still applicable?
Yes, margin money concept I didn't touch, but let me explain. So if you are going with a loan which is less than 20 lakhs with ICICI, then there is no concept of margin money at all. Okay. But if you are taking more, more than amount of 20 lakhs, then the margin money comes into the picture, basically. And it varies depending upon the institute to institute, institute and course as well, because if you are going to AA2 or A3 category universities, it depends. It is 10%, 15% like that. There is a variation in the margin money as well. But it is a maximum of 15% is what we collect if the university is not so popular college or something like that. So the margin money is there. And it is there for only the loans above 20 lakhs is what you need to understand, first thing. And the second thing, yes, if it is against FD also, we, take some margin amount because that is the, the norm that we have developed. So we charge even against FD, we charge the margin money if it is more than 20 lakhs that you need to take a note.
Okay, perfect. Any other question, guys? I mean, there are some of you which I can see, but which are very, very specific actually. So those are, we can address them in terms of the university list. Is it available anywhere or is it, that is one question which has come out. They all want to see the university list. I would say that it's available at Eduloans, guys, but
exactly.
but Nikhilesh can answer that.
Right. That is absolutely available with the Eduloans team, and you can get in touch with the Eduloans team and please know about your loan. That's it. You can get in touch immediately.
Okay, another question has come up with regard to forex charges. So, what are the forex charges while disbursements? How does ICICI charge that?
Okay, so forex charges exactly currently I can't comment. Because maybe I'm not the right person. Definitely, I'm just taking a point of, this forex charges. I'll get back to the student, or they can get in touch with the Eduloans team on this forex charges. I can't comment on that right now. I'm just taking a point of it. Yeah.
Fair enough, Nikhilesh. It's been an excellent session. What are the other benefits you can enjoy if you can Ismart folder? Now I see a very it makes me think back that even I should go for higher studies or should have gone for 15 years. Why didn't you launch this in 2005, I guess? Why didn't you launch it in 2005 when I was going for higher studies, for all these benefits? What are these benefits?
So, apart from all these benefits that a student is getting, we want to just give some compliment from ICICI side for taking education loan from us. As a part of it, our team, designed this beautiful folder, and also the complete set of offers that you can see on the screen will be kept in that folder and will be given to you, so that if you are flying abroad, what are all the benefits, what you obviously do some shopping, right? So for that particular shopping, to help you guys out, we are giving this complete set of vouchers that you can see here. Maybe these vouchers might vary with respect to time, but you will receive some or the other vouchers for your for your travel. And also this particular kit will be given and it will be sent directly to your address as a compliment from ICICI. This is also one of the beautiful benefit for all the students who get a sanction from ICICI will receive this particular offer, Maneet.
Okay, thank you for this. We have another last few questions probably and session for this. When in the university application process is it expected for us to reach you? Altamash, so basically you have to reach out to ICICI. So basically he's asking that when he has to start the ICICI loan process?
So the answer is immediately, actually. There is no such time. So if you are ready with the financial things in hand, the further processing will be very easier for you, because later you need to think of which university to select. If your financials are strong and if you have the sanction letter in hand, what happens is, you can easily apply to the multiple universities, or, you can get into whatever university if you want. And the other cases, there might be cases where, student might have got already a university offer letter. And in that case, there is no alternative. You need to start right away. You please connect to Eduloans team and they will, make you to connect to our education loan RMs. Immediately, right away, the answer is.
The way I can see it is you can start the process of education loan even prior to selecting the university. I mean, that's not necessary to start the process and get a sanction letter before selecting the university and after that. So I think that's very good. In fact, that's again a very big flexibility for us all to start off with. So that's nice to hear, and it is lovely in terms of the product. Guys, we are almost out of this. Was a 45-minute session. I have asked. We are already up at about 51 odd minutes. So we would like to wrap it up. Any questions further than this? Reach out to our team. We've been helping students, empowering dreams. Through all our channel partners in the ICICI Bank as well. And they've got a brilliant product in terms of A1, A2, A3, A4, hands on the street, hands on the feet, online and things, all the things which benefit us. And we have been and very suitable to guys looking at secured or unsecured loans as well. Thank you, Nikhilesh. And we hope to keep on hearing from you on new products and new developments in terms of countries and everything, and expanding your list of universities, and we would love that to happen across, and we would like more happy customers. In fact, I myself remember 3-4 happy customers who we referred to ICICI and they were like the best deal ever kind of situation. So that's how it's been. Nice to hear for that.
Thank you for your kind words, and it's a great session and it's a great interaction, Vaneet. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And on behalf of the entire Ismart team, I really thank Eduloans and even Vaneet for giving us this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.